work initially?
Yeah, when I came up here today, I was kind of slightly nervous because whenever you give your work up to other people to display, there's a danger they might do it in an ugly way. But actually, I'm really pleasantly surprised. It was great. It was really interesting, and they've chosen some really pertinent things that kind of enliven the show. You know, the little bits of the collection that they've pulled out and put alongside the works. They're very, very appropriate and beautiful. Some of them. Some of the things like the Paul Nash and the little bits of ceramics are really exquisite.
Has your work been shown up in Manchester before?
I've never been in this gallery before, and it's really lovely to come here because there's some of my favourite paintings which I've loved since I was a teenager in this gallery, some of the famous Pre-Raphaelites. So I was really happy to come here, great to be part of this collection.
How do you feel about your work being added to Manchester's permanent culture?
A small part, I suppose, my work is now of Manchester's culture. I wouldn't presume to feel like I had any influence on it whatsoever. But yeah, it's a great privilege to be in such a great collection as this, one of the iconic collections of Britain, really.
Can you tell me a little bit about these two pieces and how reflective they are of your work generally?
I mean, these two pieces, one is an etching and the other is a large ceramic. I mean, I'm most well known for my ceramics, because that's what I've been doing for 30 years or so now. But the etchings I've been doing for probably the last sort of 6 or 7 years, and they're a kind of return almost to when I was a child, when I would just really enjoy drawing and drawing and drawing and immense detail. I'm a bit of a detail freak, and I quite like the fact that if you actually got my entire oeuvre, it would probably fit in this room. I'm not one of these people that's used up a lot of the world's art real estate with their work. I work quite small, and I like a lot of detail because I hate empty space on my work. And I think also there's almost a kind of class component to that, in that if you think about historically what is seen as working class taste, it tends to go to the florid, it tends to be the ornate. And so I suppose I'm portraying my roots in liking things that are very fiddly. But yeah, this is called Print for a Politician, and I suppose at some level I did actually fantasize about it ending up in a politician's office, and I do believe it's been in several different ministers' offices in Westminster over the years, and they've got a copy of it as well in Portcullis House, where all the MPs hang out. So it has fulfilled its role, which is hilarious and good. And the vase, I mean, it is one of the most accomplished vases, as I say it myself, I've ever made. Because I've been doing it a long time now, and any ceramicist will tell you that to control the outcome is very difficult. It takes a lot of practice, and so I'm really pleased that I've pulled off such a complex technical achievement without it either falling apart or looking hideous, which is the two ways that it can go. So I think Manchester chosen very well here, to have these two pieces.
And lastly, just to get your opinion on how these two pieces have been enhanced by the creative consultants that were brought in, the young people that have worked with these pieces. Have you had a chance to have a look at the items, and can you give me your opinion on how you think it enhances your two pieces?
Well, I think that what the young people have done, the creative consultants, is that they've, I think they'll really enliven it for people perhaps who don't know so much about my work and where I'm coming from. The objects all represent routes into understanding what particularly the vase Jane Austen in E17 is about. In terms of class and culture and history, and I mean, these are central concerns in my work, and so I think the objects they've chosen, some will be familiar to people, some will be unfamiliar, and there'll be a way for people to understand and look for references in the work, because maybe at first, because often I kind of underestimate how, I take for granted what I'm doing, and it's good to have an outside help in leading people into what it's about, because I'm one of those people sometimes that will stand in a bus queue and launch into a joke halfway through because I've been thinking about it, you know, and then expect them to laugh.
Are you pleased that also it's inspired some of them to be quite creative themselves? They've made films and various things as well.
It's always lovely to think I've inspired other people to be creative, because the biggest benefit of any kind of art is for those who do it. You know, that's the real benefit of art. I mean, people think that going to museums will make you a better person, but actually making art will probably make you a better person.
Yeah.